Two dogs, thought in the woods. I'm gonna try this. I don't know how organized this conversation or topic will be, I should say. There's mosquitoes everywhere too. All right, hey, welcome to another Thoughts in the Woods. I am Joshua, as in Joshua Turbo. Walking here down a pretty thin trail. And if you've been following along on the Twitch channel, following along on YouTube, also, you may have noticed that okay, dude, seriously, straight. You may have noticed that I finished a little game on the PC Engine Super CD ROM, Turbografx Super CD Turbo Duo. It's funny that you have to like put all those names in there. Turbografx Super CD, how about that? Called Shapeshifter, little action adventure, somewhat RPG, somewhat Metroid style, open-ended adventure platformer game called Shapeshifter. Put it shortly, I beat Shapeshifter on the Turbo. And it's one of those games that's like, kind of like a lot of weird culture, pop culture, early 90s, late 80s, like style game when you're like, you have new technology and you don't necessarily know what to do with it. So you make this game that's like 16-bit, 8-bit CD-ROM technology. It's got the, the CD music, Red Book audio, amazing soundtrack, cutscenes with dialogue, pretty interesting voice acting with people that probably aren't really voice actors, doing their thing. Okay, well, we're in the woods. Let's start meandering in. Dutton, you know where to go. Come on, go. Oh, we're in there. There we go. Boom. Okay. Ugh. And it's like, dude, keep going. Come on. Come on. You can move. Oh, he's stopped. He's like, he doesn't know where to go. Just keep following the trail, buddy. Follow Dutton, if anything. There we go. Mosquitoes and ticks everywhere. But this is actually, they've been through this before. Dutton's been through this 100 times. Fosty, who's new to the woods as about a week ago, has only been through this trail part once, but it does open up a little bit. We got some mud to traverse here. But it reminds me of traversing lots of interesting terrain. Dude, keep moving. Come on, Dutton. Come on. I know what we're doing here. Through a game like Shapeshifter, which I'm spinning around in circles now because I just got spun around. Shapeshifter is, like I'd mentioned, a Metroid-style, open-ended adventure game with lots of different ways you can beat the game. It's got similarities in style to like Ys 3, maybe. Castlevania 2, more like it, Faxanadu style. Basically, it creates a game that is gameplay-wise similar-ish to like Legendary Axe 1 and 2, but in this game you can they found something interesting. You can go to and from lots of areas and retrace your steps and find items and things that you couldn't grab the first time you went through the area. You can go to areas where you fought bosses in the past and just kind of look at it and find different doorways, different ways to go about it. It's not too unfamiliar today. People would call them Metroidvania style games. Come on. But in the early 90s, it was kind of like, I don't know, outside of like Amiga, some Genesis games, really there's nothing like it. It's a very unique style of game, very unique for its time, very unique style of game to play today, because it's interesting to see all of the different things that a lot of developers tried out. And ICOM Simulations is not, in my opinion, the type of company that really knew how to do action adventure or platformer games. They had cornered the market on really interesting point-and-click adventures. Games that were more of an adventure with lots of dialogue. So like, say, text adventure games. Things like Deja Vu. Shadowgate was a big one. Those were the games that ICOM really made ICOM famous. And so when they became, for a little bit of time in the early 90s, an exclusive developer for the Turbografx, it was really strange because they got like shoehorned into developing games. Sorry, everybody, I'm switching hands now. Oh my God. that were outside of their comfort level for sure. So they did Ghost Mainer, was a U-card game. Interesting platforming game, really, really difficult, not even that fun. They also did Camp California, they did Yo Bro, and I believe they did the Addams Family game. They got the rights to do Addams Family. That was like one of the earlier Turbografx CD games. None of those are gonna be what many would consider amazing games by any stretch of the imagination, but they're fine. You know, they're good games, and there was, you know, they had kind of gotten into a little bit of a groove on the Turbo. So when Shapeshifter came out, it was one of the earlier Super CD-ROM games, and it really shows off the technology of the Turbo. Huge amounts of parallax scrolling, really brilliant colors, and the game overall is really good. Like I would say it's one of the better US release Super CD-ROM games for sure. Like it's a pretty damn good game. I would even go as far as to say that I kind of wish that NEC or Hudson or even ICOM themselves would have pushed for the game to be called Legendary X3, because it has a lot of similarities to Legendary X. Like Legendary X2 wasn't even a sequel technically to the original Legendary X, so it's like they could have used that name and added a little bit to that to make it potentially sell a few more copies. So it's a cool game. It's a lot of fun. It shares a lot of similarities to, like I said, the Legendary X games. It's also kind of similar to like Shadow of the Beast in a way that it's like really, really fluid animation, really, really, really awesome amounts of parallax scrolling. The game overall looks really gorgeous. The soundtrack's really good, even if at some points the sound or the music feels a little out of place for certain areas. But overall, it's a really good game where it starts to kind of, I guess you could call it detract. Like I'm sitting here talking about how great it is. Why didn't it have more fans? Even in the Turbo community, it's got to do with the play control. The play control is pretty rough. They didn't spend, you know, when a game, especially on the Turbo, feels like there's lots of games that just didn't spend enough time in development or in QA, and then they felt like, well, it's good enough, let's ship it. And I can think of a handful of games that are like that, right? Like Shockman or the Shubibi Man series. Very fun games. When you get used to it, when you get used to all the gameplay mechanics and the quirks of it, it's a great game. But had it been play tested just a little bit more and perfected in certain ways, it keeps it from being really good, from being elite. And Shapeshifter's in the same boat. When you're as the character Lycos, it's pretty good. The gameplay is, the control is fine. Like there's nothing I would say that's terrible about it, but it's the transformations that really hinder the game. And one of the first transformations you get, depending on which route you take, but it's a panther. I am out of breath. I think it's more because I'm talking, but I also haven't done one of these in a couple months, so I feel like maybe I'm not, I don't know. I'm pretty out of breath. But the first creature you can shapeshift into is the panther, and it's terrible. The only reason you need the panther is to jump higher to get to certain areas. The attacks are pretty strong too, so that's kind of cool. You can also buy equipment for your normal character, like you can upgrade armors and you can upgrade weapons, and so overall, I really did enjoy my time playing it. I'm really glad that we played through it on the Twitch stream. It was a lot of fun. And then the upload for it is here on the YouTube channel for Game Huggers. Overall, a really good experience. I'm really glad that we played through it to see the end. The final boss is miserable, unfun. Like, it is such a challenge, and it is not very balanced because some of the bosses are so easy to kill that you can kill them in like less than 10 seconds. And the main boss of the game is really rough. The only way to heal in the game is to allow the moon cycle on the top of the screen. That can be a pain in the ass because you need to wait a literal, I think, 5 to 10 minutes. And that cycle happens every 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're fully powered back up. Unfortunately, you have to wait for the moon to eclipse the sun for you to get health back. And so if you're fighting a boss and you're about to die, it's best to try to avoid them for however long it takes for the moon to eclipse again. And sometimes that's a full 10 minutes, and it sucks. On the emulator though, if you've noticed in the streams, I did figure out how to fast forward time in Mednafen. So I was able to fast forward time and get it so I could heal a little quicker in between big boss battles and stuff. But, come on. But anyway, Shapeshifter. After having played it, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. I also wrote up a good review. It's a good review. Not for me, I don't write anything good. But for me, it was like a fairly positive review about the similarities between it and like John Carpenter movies from the 80s and 90s, and how more people should play it. A lot of people usually jump into it, play the first boss or two, and then they kind of give up. A majority of people, if they haven't already given up, give up by the amoeba stage. There's like a boss that you have to fight that's really, really, really hard. And there's a very specific thing you have to do, and without save states, I probably never would have beaten it because it's very cryptic. But overall, I enjoyed my time with it, and I'm glad I played through it. So, yeah, but I'll post the link below to the blog page, and I will to my review. I'm uploading it to Retro Gamers. Is it Retro Streamers? Retro Gamers? Oh shit, I'm bad. I don't even remember the name of the website. I'll upload it. I'll share the blog to the Hugh Pack blog as well, which is blogger/Hugh Pack. I'll share the link down below. But regardless, now I'm going uphill, so I'm going to stop talking. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday. We'll see you next time. What game I'm playing next? Obviously, a quick little YouTube and Twitch update. Towards the end of the year, we get into more themed type games. September is Sonic games, so Sonic September. Will we be playing Sonic games all month? I'm not sure about that, but we'll definitely play some Sonic games. And then October is, of course, Castlevania month. I'm planning on playing Castlevania 64 and Circle of the Moon. So those are two very different Castlevania experience games, or Castlevania experiences that I've never played through before. So I'm both terrified and excited to try that, because it's not the tried and true Castlevania games that I've loved in the past. Gonna be some very weird ones, so probably do Circle of the Moon first. And then we'll try Castlevania 64, but yeah, that's September, October, November. There is no theme for. Probably jump into an RPG that month, and then December is December. So we play East games. I'm going to play through East 5 and 6 this December, so looking forward to that. Jumping into a few extra streams, and one of the reasons why also, if you've been a Twitch follower, you probably noticed I have not done very many morning mug streams, because I've been getting up and going for walks with these dogs. So the walking and the health and fitness has been more of a thing lately than sitting on my butt and streaming in the mornings. Also, holding this, I don't have a camera, I'm just using my arm, is also a little mini workout. But anyway, there's your thoughts in the woods. Shapeshifter PC Engine, solid 7 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed my time with it, and I think you will too. So peace out, 5000. Love you guys.